welcome to the Dev Stream 11. My name is Fusk, and I am the community manager, newest member of the team here at the Hutlihut Games. Thank you for tuning in. We will be playing some Void Crew today, and with me I have Daniel, Javier, and Laurits. Would you like to just introduce yourself to the stream?
Sure. I'm Laurits. I'm the lead game designer of this co-op nightmare.
Right, I'm Javier, and I'm a game engineer in the project.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, and I am a CG artist here.
Together we will be playing Void Crew today and answering some of the questions from the community that have popped in over the last week or so, and addressing, topics for current events and recent updates, etc.
I'll do a quick rundown of the latest patch. So yesterday we launched patch 7, which is the combined update number 12 that we do to Void Crew after the early access launch. And we brought lots of things in that are meant to, complement and basically add into update 4, which is our current update, where we introduced roguelite, we introduced class abilities, maybe you even have your grappling hook over there, Mr. Lemon Sauce. There you go.
Whee, look at that.
But we have had also a new pretty bad bug show up that maybe Fusk, you want to actually talk to players a little bit about, because we do have a workaround for it.
Yes, the bug happens when you enter the game and it's pitch black in the hub. This is not something that happens for everyone, but if you do encounter this, there's a workaround. So if you go into the hub and it's all black, the workaround is you press escape, go to the menu, start tutorial, and as soon as you start tutorial you go back to the menu and re-enter the hub, and this should fix the hub being totally black, and you'll be able to play as usual.
Exactly. It's of course not ideal, but we have the working solution. It should no longer prevent you from being able to play normally. I have a quick question from the chat just before we begin, where it's the guy. He asks, any idea when the rest or the final of the class abilities, and I guess he means perks, will be ready? And if there are any new ideas for more ship variants? Maybe Laurits, you want to answer that quick before we kick off?
So we're not working on perks for the next up, but we are working on other things which would be much more interesting also to talk about. To add to the game, we felt that with the perks, we wanted to see how the system worked initially, let it mature a little bit, and then revisit it when we sort of have the full perspective on, okay, what are the actual cool perks that we want to add. Obviously everyone wants their grappling hook to also be able to catch carryable items, so it will come at some point, but not for the next update. So we're looking beyond that for the next round of perks. And then for ship variants, again, we consider the ships to be more content at this point, and the game definitely still needs feature work. So yeah, for sure we want to add more ships. There's no doubt we want to add a banana-shaped ship, and we want to add a donut-shaped ship, and we want to add ships that work differently to what we currently have. But it's also going to sit on the other side of our feature development, which is what's queued for the next patch.
Well, little last thing. I don't want to take us too long here, but another comment by WX Bleed on the chat. He mentions that now on the solo loadout, so basically on the Sentry frigate, now there is a Shuriken Carronade instead of a Benediction Cannon. Can you briefly explain us why that was the case, and especially why he's happy about it?
Oh, well, he's happy about it because we were a little bit mean and added shielded elites to some of the early objectives when you were playing solo. That has been rectified though with some new spawn rules, so you will not see shielded enemies until you're actually basically ready to fight them, even when you're playing solo. But the solo loadout had that issue where, because the Benediction cannons are kinetic only, they were really struggling versus shielded enemies. So now with the addition of an energy weapon, you can just turn on cruise mode and run to your energy weapon and help the brain cannon, so you can co-op a little bit with the brain body. You take down the shields, and then the cannon will hopefully, the brain will hopefully take care of the rest.
There is a nice question in the chat. Someone is asking if the Madam script rules are translatable. And I'm also wondering that, because I placed some of that in places without knowing.
I'm pretty sure they're not, but they're also absolutely ancient in terms of the game's development history. So I guess even I could be surprised by that.
Only the ancients are able to translate it. That's the answer.
It's a progenitor script. I see some wreck debris over here on the left.
Oh, wreck debris actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to talk a bit about that, Loris, actually.
Yeah, so there's this piece of debris floating in space in front of me, and if I drive the ship into it, for some reason, the big old spaceship doesn't move it. And that's obviously super annoying. So we've been working a little bit on our debris tech, both from a performance perspective, also just make sure that we don't have any of these annoying things that block the ship out of the blue. Which means that in the next update, we will be putting even more stuff into the void. There will be way more wreck, but none of it will be the stuff that... Will there be more debris, but none of it will be the stuff that blocks you. So close.
And Daniel, will there be improved performance regarding the debris?
Yes, so they're quite performant. So we are able to put in a lot of them in the scene, and they are so fun to destroy. Like we've been passing it around, and people are like testing it on. When we're developing it, everyone was just like spending minutes just going around and destroying stuff, and just it was really fun and adds a lot visually as well to all the scenes. So it's been a great fun to work on, and also really rewarding a task.
So how do you destroy them actually?
You can run into them, or you can shoot them.
Fly into them, right? More than
yeah. You can try running into it as well. Maybe I have a bit of a problem with that, gravity and all that, but yeah, really fun.
But it means that we'll go from having a handful of these destroyable to several hundreds without any sort of a significant performance drop either. It's really cool when they're rotating in space that they catch the reflections of the sun. It's like really mood bringing.
Yeah, so there's gonna be two different versions. The one that you just mentioned is like the ice debris. So Temperance will see a lot of like these ice chunks floating around, and they are really pretty. Just shimmering in the suns and all that. It's really cool. And then we have the wreck debris, which is the kind that we wanted to run into just a minute ago.
Jump signature detected.
We're gonna have a bunch of variations as well.
By the way, I was thinking, did we cover whether or not there was any plans to save progress on Endless?
We have thoughts on it, of course, and it's also very much in the type of quality of life that we would like to provide. But we first need to get Endless to the stage where we think that it now functions as well. No surprise, it is what our plans are for the primary game mode in the game. And then once that's in place and we know all of the little details, how to save it in a state where you know when you resume that you're going to get the deterministic continuation of the run you're already on, making everything based on random seeds, and so on and so on. I think we can look at how we then set it up. We talked about it on stream before also. One of the complexities is, of course, who actually owns the run. So if you're continuing it, how do you make sure that it's the people who are in the run who are going to go back on the run? And does it just have to be the captain, or does it have to be 2 out of 4 people? Blah blah blah.
Alloys added to ship stores.
But it is in our sights. Let's put it that way. We have talked about and engineered the Endless mode to actually be able to, theoretically at least, support resuming, jumping in and picking up where you left off. We just need to do all of the other things around it to make it fully supported. It's not on the roadmap yet. That was not a guarantee. It was more to say that it's not a far out question.